Morning, family, friends, and visitors. I think today we just want to talk about how things look on the outside. We go through life a lot of times worried about what other people think, and me, I never been one for that. I don't think you should be either. If you know me, you know my truck is a running joke with most of my friends. I call her Black Beauty. Black Beauty got a lot of miles, a little over 500,000 miles. Original motor, original transmission. I think I changed the starter, the alternator, gauge cluster went out, horn broke. I just changed the wheel bearing yesterday, maintenance. But Black Beauty don't have an oil leak, a transmission leak, and her AC blows cold, colder than my Honda. But I actually went in Black Beauty yesterday, go grab some parts from Houston. Hopped on the interstate, left and went back. You know, I hop in her. People make fun of her or whatever. But you know what? That don't bother me because you can't make fun of me. You know what I mean? We get caught up a lot of time in how things look or what is the how people perceive your financial situation and everything else. Don't get me wrong. First impressions are very important, but we're talking about presentation of yourself and this and that. For my work truck, it don't matter. I'm going to get parts. I'm going to get the lumber. I'm going to get everything else. I'll hop in that truck any day of the week. But to say that you're going to consistently go into debt to try to keep up with the Joneses is crazy, man. How many Mercedes and BMWs and all this I see broken on the side of the road in shops and everything else. Those high-end vehicles leave more people in financial binds than a little bit. Get you something that you can afford. Get you something that can move you from A to B, and get something that doesn't cost you your way of living. You know what I'm saying? Financial responsibility and making better decisions and showing your children those decisions and the things you have will go a long way. One thing I really want to point out is, does your child know about finances? Does your child know what the average median salary is? Does your child know how much money he should be making to be able to sustain himself? One of the things that worry me a lot is whenever I meet kids, and we're talking, I always ask them about what they want to be. I start asking about salaries, doing about taxes and this and that, and the kids don't know. That's one thing I didn't know going out in the world, and the one thing I wish I did know. I don't want your kids to get out there and shoot for the stars on a vehicle. I want them to shoot for the stars on their jobs, their salaries, making the most that they can out of their time. You know what I mean? All the other stuff will come. One thing that I think my generation did is, man, we got out there in the world. We ran away from home, as soon as we could, and we got into debt. We ruined our credit, and then we learned how to fix it and this and that. And we need to pass on that information. We need to pass on those failures. We need to pass on those life lessons to our children. Nowadays, the world tells you that whenever you go and you qualify for a mortgage, you got $450,000 to spend. They're gonna make you spend $449,000. That's crazy. Don't do it. The word starter home is not a custom home, but that's what you want. That's what they want you to believe now. If you're starting your career, and you still trying to get savings and everything else, why would you go buy a house whenever the AC goes out tomorrow? You don't have $18,000-$20,000 to fix it. You know what I mean? A starter home is something that you can afford that is not going to sacrifice your quality of life. Same thing with a vehicle. Whenever you're going out to get a vehicle, make sure that you're not sacrificing your quality of life to make a note just because you think it looks good. There will be a time in your life when that look good vehicle is going to come. But don't make that decision too early. You know what I'm saying? Don't embed that in your brain that you need this or you need that. What you need to do is you need to win. You need to get ahead. Buying a vehicle is an accomplishment, but you progressing your life in more meaningful ways is the win. You know what I mean? You having more financial freedom. You having more time to do the things that you like with not having to worry about those bills and everything else. And I want you to pass on those lessons to your children, especially those in high school. Make sure they know about income tax. Make sure they know about payroll taxes. Make sure they know about savings, investments, retirement. Make sure they know about how to manage their money. If they're not in high school yet, go get them a linked child account, and you start teaching them financial responsibility. Whenever they want to buy their little toy from Walmart, let them use their card. Whenever they want to buy another card, ask them how much money they have. Teach them about how spending money and making those rash decisions will affect you later on down the line. That's one thing I did with Lucas. We did him a bank account. If he buy a little toy from the store and it was $10, I had to give him a warning. You sure you want that? This and that. Play with it for a day. It break. Hey, 2 days later, you want to buy a game, this and that. How much the game cost? $35. How much money you got in the account? 32. Sound like you short, buddy. Because if you don't teach them, the world's not going to be nice whenever they teach them. They're going to charge them overdraft fees and everything else. So let them learn these lessons now. You guys are, y'all know what to do. Y'all been through the struggle. Y'all have made it. And I need you to pass that information on. Like I said before, this is just my opinion. I'm not a shrink. I'm not a psychologist. I'm just living life just like you and me.